Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have an update for the Face the Music Project Pan. This was created by Jessica and Misty in collaboration with the Pantastic Ladies Facebook group. I will have all the information linked down below, but this has monthly updates on the 12th. Hopefully this is getting up on the 13th. I'm filming it on the 13th because I just couldn't find an opportunity to film before now. But yeah, monthly updates, and it runs till December, I believe. It's a year-long project. They created over 300 prompts based on songs and a few musical artists, but mostly songs. What else? They suggested 3 to 6 items rolling style, which means when you meet a goal, you roll a new prompt in. I actually roll in 10 new prompts and 10 new items to work on every single update, no matter how many goals I reach. That has actually been working out really well for me. I have been using this project to quickly move through my collection and use items that maybe I have not used before, or of course, if they fit the prompt, I'll roll it in. So I have had pretty low usage goals on most of these. I do have a couple finish goals, but most are like 5 uses, things like that, so I can move through the prompts and hit as many as possible. I know I'm not going to be able to hit all the prompts before the end of the year because there's more days of the year than there are prompts, but I think there's like 330. I think last I looked there was 336 prompts, so almost one for each day of the year. But even rolling in 10 each new update, I'm not going to reach all of them. But before I get into talking about my products and what I can roll out and what I'm bringing in, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I mostly do panning videos, and I throw in some get ready with me's and palette bingos. So if you're into that, please subscribe before you leave. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I do have my phone where I keep track of all of my products. So I will be looking down. I talk about this every update, but occasionally I do have some items that have rolled from previous updates that I did not hit my goal. I have 2 items that I have been working on for since the update before last. So the first one was for the prompt Boy with Love, and that is a unisex product. I rolled in my CeraVe moisturizing cream. This is my nighttime moisturizer, and so I try to use it every single night. If I don't use this, it's because I'm not feeling like the heavy consistency of this, and I'll just use a lighter moisturizer. But my goal is to finish this, and this is where it was at last month. It's really hard to tell where the product is because it's white and the packaging is white, but I do have weights. Last update, I had used it 27 times total. I was able to use this 25 times since the last update. I used it quite a bit more because last update I had used it like 15 times within that month, but have not finished it yet. But I am so close. Like when I scrape the bottom, when I scrape product out of it because it will not pump out anymore, I feel the bottom. So this is where it's at. Of course, you can't tell, but I'll have weights on the screen. It will be rolling out next update, and I'm so glad about that. But I feel like this is a really good value for your money because it lasts so long. I might repurchase that. But in total, I have used this 27. I didn't do the math yet. 27 plus 25, 40, 50, 52, I think, 52 times. The other product that I've been working on for a few months is for the Prompt Under Pressure, and that's a product you feel pressured to use before it goes bad. I immediately thought of SPF because that, of course, does not last forever. What makeup and beauty product does, though. So I rolled in my e.l.f. moisturizer. It's the Holy Hydration Face Cream, and it has SPF 30 in it. This is my morning moisturizer. So I had the goal to finish this. This is what it was looking like last update. I had used it 25 times, and I used it again 25 times with a total of 50, and I'm so happy to say that this is done. So hopefully you can tell there is no more product in here. I even scraped what was on the cap. So this is rolling out of the project. Whoa, it just got really dark. This is rolling out. Goal met. Awesome. This is a little thick for my morning preference, but it wears okay under foundation and under makeup. So I feel like if it was on sale, I might get it again. But yeah, it's not my all-time favorite moisturizer. There were 2 items that rolled over from the last update that I did not hit my goal yet. So the first one of those was for Bed of Roses, and that's a rose or flower theme. I rolled in my Ravi Beauty Effortless Lip. This is a really good, like, moisturizing, lightweight lip, and my goal was to use this 10 times. I had only used it 4 times last update, and this is what it was looking like, and I used it 7 more times, so I definitely hit my 10 use goal. I got 11. This is just a really nice lip. I don't really know what else to say. Oh, this is in the shade Dahlia. That's where the flower comes in, Dahlia. But this is it rolled all the way up. And then I'll roll it all the way down, just if you're curious. It was, of course, level with the packaging when I rolled it in because it was brand new. So this is what it looks like after 11 uses. I have another shade of this, Tulip, and it's like more pink. This is like more nude, so I look forward to using that this spring and summer as well. It's May, so you know, it's still spring. The other product that had rolled over was for Memories, and that's a product that brings back memories. I rolled in my Sally Hansen Insta Dry nail polish in the shade Slick Slate. Yes. I wore this on my wedding day, so that's why it brings back memories, and I just really like the shade. I had the goal to use this 3 times, and I had only used it once, and I only used it 1 more time, and that's on my toes. I'm not going to put a picture up of my toes, because I just feel weird about that, but I have 2 out of my 3 uses, so it is staying in the project. I will definitely use it before the next update, but it is staying in until then. Now let's get into the 10 prompts that I rolled in last update. These videos are always so long because I talk about so many products, but hopefully you stick with me. The first prompt that was rolled in was Every Light in the House is On. And that is a highlighter. Where is it? I rolled in my Sydney Grace cream highlighter. I have the shade Sugar Cookie. And my goal for this was 5 uses, and I did that. I think my last use was yesterday. But this is what it's looking like now. This formula is so nice and creamy. I really like it. It's pretty icy, the color, which works for my skin tone, but I feel like in the summer it might be a little too icy. So I'm glad I got, you know, a few uses on that. I had never used it before rolling it into this project, but it is rolling out. Next is Heads Carolina, Tails California. That is pick 2 products and flip a coin to see which one to pan. I think that prompt is so fun. So I had 2 liquid eyeshadows, and the coin picked my Sydney Grace liquid eyeshadow. Is this a cream or a liquid? I don't know, but it's in the shade Divinity. My goal for this was to use it 5 times, and I've used it 3 times, so I have not met my goal. I will have looks on the screen where I use this. Hopefully I have one of just this. I know that at least one I topped something on top of it, so you can really see it. I think the first look I did with this, yeah, I only used this shade and then the next shade that I'm going to talk about. But let me swatch it since it is staying in. This is really pretty, but throughout the day, I do get like glitter fallout on my face, which is not ideal. Are you gonna focus? It's like, no. But there it is right there. So I have 2 more uses, and that is just fine with me. I think it's really pretty, and I think the other 2 uses I will definitely put something on top of it, hopefully to prevent the glitter fallout. The next item is I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to miss a thing. I feel like I mumble sometimes. This is a product you got because of FOMO, and this was the epitome of FOMO for me. The Hourglass ambient lighting palettes that they release every holiday season. I just had to get this one. I had to get this one for the jellyfish packaging, and it's more tailored toward, you know, a paler skin tone, which I have. This is what it looks like. My goal for this was 10 uses, and when I rolled it in, I said that I would count each product as a use. So for instance, if I used the highlighter and a blush in a look, I would count that as 2 uses, 1, 2. But I ended up not doing that because let me tell you how many uses I got. Where are you? So I tracked 14 uses, and every single one of those 14 uses I used the highlighter. And then I also wanted to use some other things, so I used the blush, I used the bronzer, I used the finishing powder, but each time I used this, I just counted it as like the day that I used it as 1. So I could have used like 5 of these and counted it as 1. I hope that makes sense, but I just decided that since I was using the highlighter every single time, that I wanted to use it a little more, and so I wouldn't count each product as a use. But I really enjoy this. Hopefully I've had looks on the screen where you can see. But yeah, it's rolling out. Next is I Like It, I Love It. I like it, I love it. A product you would repurchase. And I would totally repurchase this lip liner, which I cannot believe I'm saying that because I never used to be a lip liner girly. This shade from ColourPop is Heart On, and it's just a perfect pink shade. It actually matches like my shirt perfectly. I'm not wearing it today, but yeah, my goal was 5 uses, and I tracked 7 uses. I'm pretty sure I used it 8 times, but whatever. I used it yesterday. And did I track yesterday? Oh well. I met my 5 use goal. It is just a beautiful shade. I need to sharpen it again, but this is what it looks like, and it is rolling out of this project. Next is Queen of Hearts, and that is a love theme product. I rolled in an eyeshadow palette from Viseart. This is the Fleurette Amour. Amour means love. And I wanted to use this No Pan Left Behind 2 times. Apparently the shade was a little crumbly. I will put the looks on the screen, and I just used all 4 shades in both of those looks. But I also wanted to use the blushes at least 1 time each as well. And I did use the blushes every time I used these. So it was a really nice cohesive look each time I used it. And I really enjoy this palette. So I'm glad that I have it. And I'm glad that I put it in this project because I had never used it before. And yeah, I feel like this, oh geez, I just got it on my hand. This shade right here is very special. Like in person, it doesn't look that special until you put it on your eyes. Hopefully you can see it in the pan, the shifty goodness of it. But yeah, it was really pretty. I really enjoyed this palette, but it is rolling out. Next is Raspberry Beret. That is a berry color or theme. I rolled in my P. Louise, the Cheek of It liquid blush, and it's in the shade Raspberry Ribbon. So I thought that was perfect for the berry theme. My goal for this was to use it 5 times, and I did. I used this exactly 5 times, and I really enjoy this. It's a little warmer than I like. I just have to say it. Hopefully you can see like the tone next to my Cool Tone pink. It's a little warmer pink, but I still really enjoy it. And I've used it alone. I've used it with powder blushes on top of it. And yeah, it's a beautiful blendable formula, and I am rolling it out. Next is Redneck Woman, and that is an inexpensive product. I rolled in my Essence, the blush. These are so inexpensive, but so good. I have mine in the shade Befitting. My goal was 10 uses, and I used it 7 times. So it is staying in the project. I have 3 more uses left, but this is what it's looking like now. Hopefully you can see I've definitely used it. It was brand new when I rolled it in, and it's just a beautiful nude blush. Really easy to top. The mail lady just walked past my window. It's a really beautiful shade to put on top of like that cream blush that I just rolled out. And I have another cream blush that I'm working on in my, I think my Deca Panning, which I'm wearing today, by itself. I don't have any other blushes on top. I totally could have put this on top, but I just wanted this blush to sing because it's so bright. It's like, okay. This is staying in. Next is Single Ladies, and the prompt for this is an eyeshadow single. I rolled in one of my Clionadh eyeshadows, and it is the shade Opulent. So I had a goal to use this 3 times, and I did. I wasn't sure if I was going to because it's such a special shade. This is what it looks like. But this was really pretty topped. I think I wore it by itself, but also topped on other things. But yeah, it's rolling out. I'm really happy that I got use out of this because literally the day that I filmed my last update, I had received this in the mail and from my friend Laura. I did not purchase it. Yeah. I'm glad I got some use out of it, like a brand new product. It is brand new, but I didn't buy it. Okay. Next is Surfin' USA, and that is a summer or beach themed product. For this, I rolled in a Sydney Grace single eyeshadow called sitting on the dock, and I feel like that's a really good summer theme because I love sitting on the dock in the summer and going on the lake, and we usually go on the boat, but sometimes we fish off the dock, so I thought this was really fitting. This is what it was looking like, and my goal was 5 uses. I only got 4. I could have totally used it today, but I am panning another shade very similar to this. This is what it looks like. It's just a beautiful like rosy brown. I did not realize I only had 1 more use on this, but I have another very similar shade in my crease that I should have used this for, but it's staying in the project for 1 more use. You know, if I was doing it like true rolling style and replacing like product for product, I would roll this out because I only have 1 more use. But because I always just roll in 10 prompts anyway, I'll just keep it in, and then I'll of course update you next update. The last product I've been working on since my last update that I rolled in was the Ketchup song, and Jessica Lee commented on my update and told me what it was, and then I completely forgot to look it up, so I will definitely look it up. But this is for a food theme product. I rolled in my Beauty Bakery Flour Setting Powder. It's very reflective, so I'll try to hold it. My goal for this was 10 uses, but I knew that I would use it almost every time that I did my makeup, so it really just depended on how many times I've done my makeup since the last update. I did wear it today for the last time, you know, before this update, and I have a total of 23 uses. So I did do my makeup 23 times. No, I remember I used my Maybelline Fit Me powder twice. I used it yesterday on Mother's Day, and then I used it a time before. So I actually did my makeup 25 times since the last update. So that gives you a little idea of how much I use these products within those 25 uses. But I used this product 23 times. It's really hard to see where it is. Well, not really. I do close the packaging, so no product is in the front. I think it's kind of deceiving when you measure loose powders when that happens, so I made sure to close it. So this is where the product is at after 23 uses. It was completely brand new and full when I rolled it in, so that's a really good indicator how long this will last me. This does not help my makeup stay as long as my Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I don't know if Beauty Bakery is still a thing. I feel like I heard that they're going out of business. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It is a really nice powder, but I just need a little more, and the Fit Me is a lot better for my oily T-zone, so I would not repurchase that if I was able to. I don't know if I am able to. I forgot to swatch sitting on the dock. So this is what that single eyeshadow looks like. Just a beautiful rosy crease shade for me. I love it. It's a really good shade. So all that to say, it is now time to roll in 10 new items. Ooh. I do randomize these ahead of time and pick my products because that just takes so much time, and doing it on camera would just take forever, and also like picking the products takes forever, so it's just a lot easier for me to do it ahead of time. So the very first one is 9 to 5. I'm working 9 to 5. Yes, I sing all the new prompts if I know the song. And that is a product that lasts you all day. I think this is perfect for that prompt. My Milani Make It Last Original. 16-hour wear, and I do think this helps my makeup last longer. I don't wear it every day, but I do wear it like for instance yesterday on Mother's Day. I had a long day and so I wore it. Well, I actually changed my makeup. I did my makeup twice on Mother's Day, but you know what I mean. I did have it in a project previously. I don't know, was it this project? I feel like it was this project, but it was brand new and this is where I got. I have used it quite a bit since rolling it out of the project, just natural organic use. My goal for this is to, I don't want to finish it, but I'll just do 10 uses. And if I use it, if I don't force myself to use it, I don't think I'll meet that goal by the next update, but maybe in 2, because I don't leave my house. So I don't really need to use this every day, but we'll see what the numbers say next update. The next prompt is beer for my horses. Oh my gosh, that just left my brain. Beer for my horses. I don't know. Is that Big and Rich? I really like Big and Rich. I miss their songs. Alcohol themed product. I went through all of my shade names, all of my eyeshadows, all of my everything, and I only found one product, and it was a lip product, a lip pencil. This is from Away Studio. It's a gel lip liner, and it's in the shade Whiskey. So, my goal for this is 5 uses. It is a really nice brown. I am working on a brown lip product in my graveyard project, so this will work really nicely with that, but I always do 5 uses on my lip liners, so that's what we'll do for that. Next is Circles. I don't know that song. I probably do, but it's not coming to me. And then I say circular product. I decided to roll in 2 items that I have not used yet from Sydney Grace. They are single cheek products. There's a blush and a bronzer. I'm going to roll in both for 5 uses each. So the bronzer I have is, sorry it's so reflective, Butter Cookie. And let me swatch it for you. I feel like I need to use every single one of my bronzers and figure out what works best for me. Ooh, that's orange. I really want a bronzer like this tone, you know what I mean? But we'll see, maybe I can sheer this out on my face. And then the blush is called Treat Yourself. This looks like a really pretty, just mauve-y blush. Ooh, that's nice. It's very rosy, actually. Look at it compared to the Essence. Very nice. I'm excited to use those because I have not used Sydney Grace cheek products before. They look like they have a little bit of shine to them too, which might look pretty natural on the face, so I'm excited. So 5 uses each on those. Ghostbusters. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. That's a product you used to love, but then you ghosted or you ignored for a long time. I love this multi-purpose lip and face stick from Pearl Beauty. This is in the shade Real Depth. Technically, they market this as a blush or like mixer. I use this as a contour because it is very rosy, and now I'm seeing that it's very dirty and gross. Hold on. Just wiping off the gross product. This is what it looks like. It does seem like it would be kind of dark for me. This is it rolled all the way up, and then I'll roll down the plastic packaging. And this is where I'm at. This is a beautiful, more cooler toned contour for me, which of course you know me, I love. Look at it compared to the oranginess. I'm trying to finish my Milk bronzing stick, so I don't want to finish this one, but this is where I'm at, rolled all the way down. So my goal for this is just 10 uses. I don't want to take too many uses away from my bronzer that I'm trying to finish, but I also want to make sure that I'm using my other products, definitely cream products, because of course those go bad quicker, so I'm happy to get a little bit of use on that in this project. Next is Horse with No Name, and I don't know that song. I probably do. Like, I feel like I'm just blanking out today. A product with no shade name or labels missing or torn off. I had a really hard time with this. I could only find a lip liner that I had, but I was already rolling in that lip liner from AOA. But then I found my e.l.f. Bite Size eyeshadow palette, and I have Cream and Sugar, but these shades do not have shade names. So, you know, I have references like the light matte or the dark matte, or, you know. So I thought that could work. This is what mine is looking like. And Sam from First Time Panner is using all of her e.l.f. palettes for her Project Level Up, and she's inspired me to hit pan on one of these shades. I'm gonna go the easy route and try to hit pan on this one. These are not super deep, so hopefully I can do it by the next update. I plan on probably using it as an inner corner shade, you know, easy. But yeah, I usually don't do such high goals in this project because I want to rotate through, but I feel like this is an exception because I can use it in so many different looks and so many times. So wish me luck on that. Next is I guess that's why they call it the blues. Yes, that's why they call it the blues, right? And that's a blue product. I don't have a ton of blue products, either the packaging or the color of the product. I could really only think of my blue pigment from LA Girl, or some single eyeshadows. So I grabbed my little magnetic palette with my Pretties for Your Face shadows. These are all of my Pretties for Your Face singles, except for this is a ColourPop, this one's ColourPop, and this one's Clionadh. But I thought I would choose one live. Like, I have not decided. So there's a few blues in here. This one's like a periwinkle blue. This is more like a teal-y blue, like a light. That would be really nice for summer. Or this is like the truest blue that I have. What is that? Monet. Oh, I have not used that one. I'll swatch it. Oh my. And then I'm going to swatch this one. I actually had this in my Throwback 30 project pan 2 years ago? The round before this round. Is that correct? And that shade, if I'm not mistaken, is Hidden Treasure. Yeah, Hidden Treasure. So here are those two swatched. Definitely different. I think I'm going to go with this one. Look at that shift. So I'm going to be rolling in Monet. I love that name. Of course, if you know me, I'm an art girl. And Monet is a famous artist. That's really the only reason why I have this shadow. And it's so pretty. It's really pretty. I'm trying to turn it in my fingers. So this is what it looks like. And my goal for this is just 3 uses, just like what I had for my Cleona shadow that I just rolled out. Okay. Next is Rocket Man. Rocket Man, I don't know the words to that song. I know, I'm such a millennial. I don't know a lot of Elton John words. I know the songs and references, just not the lyrics. That is a space themed product, which I thought was so fun, but I knew it would be challenging. I was like, what the heck do I have in my collection that's space themed? So I went through, my eyeshadow shades. I have a spreadsheet with all of the palettes and all of the shades, so it's really easy. I don't have to like go through every palette and open them and look. But I found a shade from my ColourPop Twist of Slate, and I have not created like a whole look with this yet this year. So I was really excited, and there's a shade in here called In the Stars, and of course that is Space Stars. But this is the only cream shadow formula in this palette, which is so interesting. It's this one right here. And I have not used it. Oh, it's weird. It's like a balm. It's basically my skin tone, so that will be good. I'm going to swatch it on this hand next to the other eyeshadows. So here it is here. Hopefully it will be a nice cream formula. But my goal, because it's a neutral shade, I'll do 5 uses on this instead of like the 3 uses. And then I want to create a look with just this palette. Okay, 3 more. Say You, Say Me. I don't know that song. A product your friend is panning. I immediately thought of this. This is the Natasha Denona little single in the shade Flutter. I first saw, I'm trying to think who I saw do it first, because 2 of my friends, makeup friends, are working on this or was working on this. So Makeup Lens rolled this, I think it was her Deca Panning project. On Instagram, she was working on this to hit pan, but she recently hit that goal. So technically she's not panning it right now, but I remember commenting saying, ooh, I have that, I need to pull it out. And then I saw Sam from First Time Panner roll this into a project. I don't remember what project, and I'm pretty sure she's still working on it. And I commented on her video and I was like, oh my gosh, I just saw another person work on this and now you're pulling it out. And I was like, I definitely need to pull this out. So I thought the prompt was like perfect. All that aside, this is what it looks like. So I literally have never used it. I've never swatched it. It is brand new. And I will swatch it with the others. Ooh. So pretty. This is something that I got in my giveaway that I won from Laura Force, and yeah, I was so excited because at the time it was my only Natasha Denona product and shade, eyeshadow, anything in my collection. This is what it looks like. That is gorgeous. Of course, now I have the, what is it, Blue Purple palette that Laura decluttered to me, so I have more Natasha Denona shades in my collection, but that was like the only one I had for a little while, and I've never used it, so I'm really, really excited. Did I say the shade name? It's Flutter. 5 uses. Second to last is 16 Candles. I didn't know that was a song. I know it's a movie, and I have seen the movie, but I I don't think I've heard the song. Is it from the movie? I don't know. Use any product 16 times. So you have like full free reign. I decided to roll in a highlighter, and it's my mini Becca highlighter in the shade Opal. I love this highlighter. This shade is so pretty. Did I have it in this project? I had it in a project recently. I think maybe it was Deck of Panning. But this is what it's looking like currently. I have a lot of wear on it. I have another highlighter that I'm working on in my graveyard project. So of course I want to work on everything evenly, but that is it swatched. There is, you know, a little bit of darkening when it's just by itself, but when it's with blush, bronzer, everything, it looks really pretty on my face. Now, the very last is Waterfalls. Is that the one where it goes like, don't go chasing waterfalls, listen to them something I don't know. Yeah, I think it's that one. A liquid product. I fully intended to bring in like a skincare product or like a setting spray before I knew I was rolling this in, but I ended up going with a liquid eyeshadow from Beauty Bay. This is the shade Surreal, and this came in a bundle with my Metamorphic palette. Came with 2 liquid eyeshadows, and I had the other liquid eyeshadow in a project at the end of last year, I think. I used it for like New Year's Eve looks, things like that. But I've only used this once, and this shade Surreal. So I thought I should roll it in. So this is what it looks like. It's really pretty. The one time I used it, I topped it. I think it was the look that I created for my That's So 2000s intro, where I was trying to do like a Y2K look. This is it, kind of blended out a little bit. But yeah, I want to use that probably only 3 times. I think this kind of feels the same as my special like singles. I can't incorporate this in too many different looks. So I think 3 uses is good. If you have made it this far, I so appreciate you. Comment down below what you think of the products that I rolled in. I'm excited. I love this project because it really rotates like a big chunk of the items that I work on every month. So it's kind of like a whole refresh in my little makeup drawer, and I really love that. And I'm just excited to work on these products. So if you're not subscribed, I hope you do so before you leave, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.